Good morning, everyone. We're here today to provide you some information in regards to the increased police presence in the downtown core and around the city today. Toronto Police received information regarding a potential risk to public safety. As such, we have increased what we call our footprint of police presence in the downtown core. For anybody who's familiar with the area of Bremner in front of both the Scotiabank Arena, the Rogers Centre, Ripley's, CN Tower, since the playoffs this past year, we have had an increased police presence. We've worked consistently with our partners in this area as well as our policing partners to keep ourselves informed on what is happening. And as a result of the information received, we have increased the footprint here specifically for public safety. Every one of the venues along this area is open for business. Later this evening, you'll have the Foo Fighters concert at the Rogers Centre, which will be up and operational just as it is planned to be. And again, the police presence in this area is simply to ensure that the public can enjoy and come down to this area unimpeded and without any worry.
What was the potential risk, and was it particular to any building here?
So we're not going to comment on what anything as it relates to investigations. Whenever we have a report of a potential risk, we take that seriously. And because of that, as we know, the downtown core of Toronto is a significant area for people who travel to the city, live in the city, and come to visit the city. And as such, we've called upon our partners from neighboring police divisions to come and assist us with ensuring that people can continue to come down and enjoy those luxuries.
It's an active
Can you tell
risk
us where
still.
the information came from?
I'm not going to comment on anything as it relates to anything investigated.
Local information or further on?
I'm not going to comment on that, sir.
So Brandon, can you just tell us, without getting into maybe specific to this, what a stepped up threat would be? Like what will launch this kind of thing?
Well, anytime we have a risk to public safety, we have to be mindful of how do we address that. So in this instance, we have simply deployed more men and women on the streets of Toronto in the downtown core. As you know, the various Jersey barriers and whatnot that are in the downtown core have been down here for public safety for quite some time now. And this is just an ability to enhance that. We know that visibility of police presence assists us in ensuring the public is safe. And so that's the decision we've made in this regard.
Were you notified of the risk? Was it through another police jurisdiction, or did that risk come to Toronto Police? And how widespread is this? We know York Regional Police are involved as well.
So we receive information that there is a potential risk to the GTA. So we concern ourselves with what happens within the city of Toronto.
So what is the GTA? Like if you can clarify, because we have heard from York Regional Police and Toronto Police, does that include Peel? Does that include other areas as well?
So York Region Police, I believe, has made a comment earlier today, and so that is certainly part of the GTA. As I said, we concern ourselves with what happens in Toronto.
At this hour, is there still concern? Is there still concern at this hour?
Well, we continue to evaluate that on an ongoing basis, and we will continue throughout the day to do that. If things change, we will make sure to notify the public through the mediums. As it is right now, the only requirement from the police that we believe that is necessary is an enhanced police presence in this area.
So can you just please tell us what does an enhanced police presence mean? Can you give us sort of a number? I mean, how many officers are you bringing in from other jurisdictions? How many people are out on the street right now?
So we're not bringing other officers in from jurisdictions. We speak to our neighbors in the downtown core. We have the benefit of drawing upon 51 Division and 14 Division for any type of event that we host in 52 Division. And we've gone through the same practice today in doing this.
So you're the unit commander for 52
of this
Division,
event?
yes.
Is this the 52 Division area? That's where the big concentration of police will be?
Well, 52 Division is the geography from Spadina to Yonge and from Bloor to the water. So everything that happens within that area is of concern to the
And
members
this
of
area
52 Division.
And sorry, this area right here where we are now, is this sort of the nexus of it?
Well, no, but this is obviously one of those areas of 52 Division where we have a heightened public presence, and as such, you'll see in any one of the areas of the city in the downtown core where we have a heightened presence of people, that you'll also see a heightened presence of uniformed
Some
police.
idea of
Other areas in Toronto where there's a heightened police presence as well, just like here?
Turn to the camera, sir. Thank you.
Throughout the city, we patrol extra police officers.
right now.
Yes, and the downtown core is obviously, as I said, the hub of where more people come to visit and to come and socialize. So there may appear to be a larger police presence in the downtown core because it's a more confined area, obviously.
So how should people proceed here in the city? People are coming up to us saying, can I go up the CN Tower? Yes, it's open, but is this area safe? Like you're saying, there's an increased police presence, and this threat appears to be still active if the police presence is going to continue in the GTA into the evening.
So first of all, to your question, yes, absolutely, people can go up and enjoy the CN Tower in every venue along this corridor. The police presence is here to enhance that safety for the individuals. We commonly, as you'll see tonight with the Foo Fighters, will have an increased police presence. And that's really about public safety for 60,000 people that will come to this venue. It's not inconsistent with anything that we've done in the recent past, and it won't be inconsistent with anything we do in the future.
Superintendent, respectfully, could you perhaps be a little bit less vague? I mean, we've had the van attack here in Toronto just 2 months ago. People are concerned. People are asking us if they, if it's safe to be out and go around. And people are seeing this right here in the hub of the downtown core during a very busy tourist season in the city. We don't really have any indication as to what this risk or potential threat is.
So whenever we evaluate any sort of risk, we have to evaluate what it is our police presence will look like. I appreciate the fact that your comment of it being vague and being, because it is a potential risk, that's something that from an investigative standpoint we have to continue to monitor. If we had more specifics, or we could provide more specifics, we would certainly be forthwith with that. But part of public safety is the management of our assets and our police resources. And the men and women that are on the bikes and on foot patrol are a big part of that. And easy for them to get around in the downtown core in that confined area, as I said earlier.
But the measures that you're taking not to go downtown, how long do you expect them to last?
They'll be in place for today. But as I said earlier, anytime you've seen any venues in the Bremner corridor, you've seen an increased police presence, including the Jersey barriers, police cars, city assets as in trucks, and that's not uncommon. Today you see a few more men and women on foot patrol and on the bikes, but other than that, that'll continue through the day.
Doesn't, however, the public have a right to know, to make an informed choice whether to attend certain buildings? Have certain buildings been named, and shouldn't the public know that so they can make the choice not to attend or not?
So we're not going to comment on anything to do with the information received, other than to say that it is information that causes us to term it a potential risk to public safety. We, as I said, commonly get this type of event where we enhance our police presence, and today is not uniquely different. We encourage everybody to come and enjoy all of the venues that they would normally enjoy down in this area and everywhere throughout the city. The police presence has picked up, and I appreciate the comments of an earlier reporter about what happened on April 23rd, as devastating as that was. We're evaluating this as it goes on, and we will continue to do so. And as we have more information, we'll provide it.
Sir, this is unique and different. We see emergency task force officers circling the downtown core. That's not a daily occurrence. That's not a daily occurrence when there's a concert going on or a Jays game. So that is unique.
So I'll disagree with that. I think that we do use all the police assets that we have, and in this circumstance, it's no different. Whenever we increase security, we increase it with those people that are available to us, and in some circumstances, it is the emergency task force are part of the staffing model that we can use, and in this opportunity, we took upon that to add them to this complement.
Superintendent, can you cause undue fear with this vague message, though, because people don't know what's really going on, people's imaginations are running wild. I mean, do you think that being so vague and putting out this tweet to begin with, when it seems like you don't expect people to stop what they're doing with their day, I mean, do you think that maybe it sparked more fear than is necessary?
Well, I can't speculate on how people are going to interpret our message.
Can you speak to what choice was made when you put that message out?
Well, I can speak to what it is that we're doing from the police standpoint. What it is we're doing is making sure.
With all due respect, that wasn't my question. The question was about the tweet. Or the question was about the messaging that you've been putting out, which was vague, which is like people's imaginations run wild. But as you said, you expect people to still go about their day and use these businesses, use these tourist attractions.
So as I say, I'm not going to speculate on how people interpret the message. What I will say is we're still encouraging people to come down and enjoy the various venues throughout the city.
Are you
looking
for
why
any
the vague message
individual
makes that
or
impossible to
vehicle?
do,
Are you
sir?
looking for any specific individual or vehicle, any description?
We're not going to comment on anything investigative.
So do you advise the public? I mean, should people, I mean, you don't want all sorts of people calling in because they think they see something suspicious. I mean, how does the public proceed?
Well, in fact, we do want people to call in if they see something suspicious. That's part of
Why
it.
is suspicious if there's no vehicle that people are supposed to be looking out for, a suspect, a building in question?
So we have to rely on the public's good and informed nature of their own right. If somebody sees something that seems out of place or out of the norm to them, then to them it's suspicious. And we'd like them to do their due diligence in reporting that to the police so that we can take an opportunity to see if there's anything more to that. We've continuously and we will continuously encourage the community to do that, because without the eyes of the community, we will never succeed.
I have a question about the police presence. So I know that Peel Regional Police and also the RCMP have been notified. Are they deploying any police officers in the area, or is it just Toronto Police right now?
So we have no assets from outside jurisdictions within Toronto.
Can you
Okay,
clarify
is it-
which jurisdictions you have corresponded with?
Well, we correspond with every police jurisdiction whenever we talk about any sort of risk.
Was that the
That's-
RCMP, the OPP, who does that include?
So I won't talk about who we specifically speak to, but all of our policing partners, whether it's TTC Police or whether it is an outside jurisdiction through the GTA or the OPP, we make best efforts to communicate with all of them so that we can all be better informed.
Any concerns for the airport, the Billy Bishop right here down, which is very
We have no indication that there's concerns for the airport. We have no indication of that.
One more
So,
question.
sir, can you just maybe recap it for us? As of right now, there is a need for stepped up presence, but everything is going to run as normal. That's where we're at right now.
That's correct, sir.
What is it? Does the chief have a message for the public?
The message to the public is that Toronto is one of the safest cities in the world, and we want our community to continue to enjoy that. Thank you, folks.
Everybody.